Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at my pile of shame. Wait, not my pile of shame, my pile of opportunity. Look at all the goodness that sits in this little box and all the cool things that could be on my tabletop if only I bothered painting it. I'm going to go a little bit through piles of opportunity and in this case my pile of opportunity, and I'm going to see what I can do about it. I'm going to start painting up a little bit more. It's getting colder outside, less to do outside, more to do inside. So I'm going to start painting up a little bit more. I'm going to show you one or two projects that are in the works and some stuff that's going to be coming soon to a tabletop near me. If you're like me, painting is kind of a must-do. I am not a good painter. If you saw my previous video on table ready, you'll know that those are two words I live my life by, table ready. That being said, I do like the end result. When I have a mini, I can put painted on the table. So it's time I kind of suck it up and dig into my pile of opportunity. Okay, I've dumped the box a little bit and spread out my pile of opportunity to get a better idea of what the heck I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to pan around this a little bit. And I know a lot of you are saying, hey, wait a minute. My pile of opportunity is way bigger than that. Well, yeah. This isn't everything I have to do. This is really just D&D stuff I have to do. I don't count any of my Warhammer stuff in my pile of opportunity because, very honestly, my son paints most of the Warhammer stuff. These are figures that I've acquired over the last 7, 8, 10 years that I've bought, and I've said, oh, Sphinx, yeah, I'm going to put that together, but I'm going to paint it first. Still in the package. A ghost. How tough can a ghost be to paint? Still in the package. You get the idea. A Drider. I love Driders. Never had an opportunity to have a Drider. Still in the package. Lich and Mummy Lord, because why not? So, yeah, piles of opportunity can be fun and kind of vexatious. You buy the stuff with the intent of, yes, this time I'm actually going to sit down and paint it. And then it ends up getting tossed into a box and not much done with it. Now, as I said, this represents unpainted stuff going back about 10 years. At Adepticon, which is a convention primarily for Warhammer, held in the northwest suburbs of Chicago every last weekend in March, Reaper has a really nice booth, a ton of stuff that they make. And then they have a little gumball machine that you put, I think it's $1 worth of quarters in, and you get a random figure. This represents many random figures. They also have an opportunity for what they call a paint and tick. You get a free figure, you sit down and you paint it. Unfortunately, I always get called away. I've never finished a paint and take figure at Adepticon, but it is a free figure, so it can go into my pile of opportunity. I'm going to be starting a campaign soon. It's going to be focusing on Slaad, or Slad, depending on how you say it, S-L-A-A-D. And so I went to my friendly game store and I picked some up. That was about a year ago. Haven't gotten around to painting the guys yet. As I said in my previous video about painting, I'm much better painting monsters than I am painting men. The small details on a guy like this escape my talent. I can do it well enough to put it on the table, which of course is exactly what table ready means, but I'm not going to wow anybody with my skill. But on the other hand, that's not really what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is cull this down a little bit. I mean, come on. It's an elemental, a water elemental, for crying out loud. Little blue dry brush, glue it on the base, it's done. So that's the kind of thing I need to just get the stick out. Earth elemental. How tough are browns and grays? Even I can handle that, but haven't done it yet. So I'm doing this video for two reasons. One is to show off my pile of opportunity. Every one of the figures on here represents an adventure. Yes, if only I go ahead and get that color slopped onto them, I could run a game featuring them. Well, that is true, and that is one of the things. And the other thing is to encourage people. It's getting colder out here in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm just outside Chicago. I know what awaits me for the next 3 to 4 months. Anybody that's lived in the Chicagoland area knows darn well what awaits us for the next 3 to 4 months. A blizzard is definitely not out of the question sometime in the next couple months. Great time to paint. So that's kind of what this video is about. It's kind of a virtual kick in the butt to me and to everybody else to look at our piles of opportunity and say, yeah, I can paint it and it can be table ready. So, hope that's a good enough kick in the butt for you. I'm going to show you a couple projects that I started last winter. These were toward the end of last winter, sometime around late February or March. And they obviously are not finished. And I'm going to show them now in progress. And then the goal is to paint them up and in a future video, show them completed and table ready. Here's the first one. This is Nelfashni. It's a type of demon, a boar demon. I really enjoy this in the stats. I decided to kind of go Iron Man colors on this guy with the red and the gold. Not sure it's working for me, but he's at least started. I've got a lot of detail work to do on this guy, but he's at least in progress. And this, Storm Giant. This is one of my favorite sculpts. This is a Reaper. So is this guy. You see, I'm sorry, not Reaper. These are Nolzurs. And you'll see a lot of stuff on my table is Nolzurs, but I have a lot of Reaper as well. I love both companies. This guy is just like painting a big human. There's a lot of intricate little detail to paint on this guy that I hadn't counted on. But I'm going to do my darndest. As I said, he's a work in progress, and I've actually gotten a fair amount of work done on him. I just have to kind of strap in and finish it up. So these two projects are going to be probably my next opportunities to make pretty. And then I'm going to jump into some of this pile and try to get it at least table ready. The slots are going to be a fairly high priority because I do have a campaign coming up that's going to feature slots. They are one of my favorite monsters ever. And I've never had the figures to put on the table and say, there, that's what a slod looks like. I say slod. Some people say slad. Some people say salad. However you want to pronounce it. S-L-A-A-D. I say slod. So, this. What a great little cage. And the bottom even pops off. I'm not going to do it because it's hard to get back on. This is a Nolzurs. I bought this probably 3-4 years ago. Cage should be pretty darn easy to paint, so I need to get around to it. So you get the idea. Today's video is not to do anything other than encourage. If you want to have pretty little guys to put on your table and have run around and kill things, well, you got to paint them first. I really don't put figures on the table unless they're painted, all right? I try not to. This is a common STL for 3D print I picked up off of a website that's just a massive casualties. Here's some seated bar patrons. These guys are going to be a pain to paint. That being said, my goal is to dive into my pile of opportunity and diminish it significantly. And as I do, I'll feature them in videos. And as I said with these guys, I'll actually show you in a future video what they look like once they're finished. So, anybody with a pile of opportunities sitting in their storage area, weather's getting cooler in the Northern Hemisphere, go ahead and dig it out and start painting. That's all I've got today for page 121. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.